Oh, we all Keith round the koi pond again, the weekly. Not a lot going off, but this is going to be a 10, 15, maybe 20 minute video because tomorrow I'm going to Centre Park, so it's a Sunday, the 2nd of February. I know, 2nd of February already. What is happening? What is going on? I don't know. Apologies, I've had a stinking cold for 3 days. I think it was Wednesday I started getting a sore throat. Felt a bit groggy, then that went into a cold. And I'm just getting the back end of it now. Hopefully I've just got a bit of a cough and the nasty bit at the end. I'm not going to go into details on that one because it's a bit grim, as you all know. So, what is going off? So I've come in here because tomorrow I'm going away, Centre Park for a week at Sherwood Forest. So I'm just getting a few little bits of jobs done. The main pond is looking okay. It's been a cold day here in Nottingham. It's been very sunny. Lovely blue skies today, but bitterly cold. The air source seat pump is not kicking in at all, so I'll spin you around, stop waffling and give you a quick update of what I've got going off, because in this one what I have got going off is I've bought an Inkbird TDS pen, and I want to show you that because I'm quite impressed with that actually, so I'll show you that in a minute. I'll show you the moving bed, because the moving bed is the moving bed, and God, sorry. In the moving bed, I've got the rest of the media to put in, the K Plus has got to go in. So what I have done, I've cleaned the filter out, done a weekly clean. What I have noticed is I am getting a lot of algae in there, hell of a lot of algae in there, clinging onto the walls like a fine film. You probably look like furry. I was going to leave it and risk it for a week, for another week, but I thought no, I better not because I'm going to be away. So I put that back in. That will last a week, so I'm not going to take that out. This sculpturedlayers.com, this is the not the finest one. It's on the opposite end of the scale because it doesn't block up quick. It's brilliant. I've loved it. It's been, I don't hardly get anything through this system. So in the moving bed, look, that's doing well. You can see the darker stuff that got in fact, sorry, the darker stuff is in fact the small micro K1 that was in the Easy Pod. That came out for the brushes and it went in there. So instead of wasting it, it actually went in here. So this is turned off at the minute. There's no flow through this because I've been cleaning the filters out. So what I'm going to do, and obviously it's getting lower. You can see the media is getting lower down into the water column. So I've got to put, before I turn on, got to put the rest of that on. So what I've done, I've decanted all that PP solution out of there into these two containers, because that is like that bottled PP that you buy. That's just, it's not been, it's not oxidized or anything, because it was literally just soaking that ultra clean K1 media. So it hasn't really been in contact with any organics really. Excuse me. So I thought, right, instead of just dumping it into this soil in the greenhouse, I will just decant some and save it. So I've got 2 bottles now, all that lot of a PP solution. So what can I do with that? Well, I can clean stuff if I want. I can pour it into a trug, dilute it even more, and do nets. What I've done as well, because this is turned off, I noticed that my homemade trickle filter, which you can see there, let me show you that media in there, the Kintama Gold. Look at that, lovely and brown. It's not clogging up, not a mess. So that's just testament of the water that's flowing through this system, through that now, through that, and go through there, up the moving bed, and then it trickles down there, gravity through there and back into the pond. So what I am thinking of doing is putting an upstand of pipe in here. So actually the water has to go in, fill up, and then go down the pipe and in. So actually it's all submerged, but I've not done that because obviously this is submerged and I wanted that to be aerobic, very aerobic, because there's just air going, you know, it's got access to air, hasn't it? It's got water flowing through it. But you can see it's nice and wet. So anyway, well, lots of that waffle. I cleaned that was getting really clogged up, and I noticed that snails, there was like slime on it, gel from snails. So anyway, the PP solution, as you can see, there's still a bit left in that tub, and what I did, put that in there, hosed it down, and then let it soak in that for a few minutes. It comes up spotless, look, and it just kills anything on there, any organics. So that can go back in there. Here we go. That's just a top tray, just as a bit of a baffle, and that I've just put that in. That's a splash guard, because what you find is the water comes in, hits that and splashes up. So this, I just got a bit of plastic, and when I get it right, it just becomes a bit of a splash guard, like that. Here we go. And then that bucket, which was a, what was it? Candy floss tub. Just sprayed it blue, and that actually sits on there absolutely perfect. Anyway, that's doing great. Kept 5 kh of 5 all week, solid, absolutely solid. Tested it every day for 2 weeks now. It was on about just under 4. It's now on 5, and it's keeping 5 solid. So I've worked out that that's got 400 grams in that bucket. If I double that, that's twice the solution. So on the same drip, I've got twice the double the concentration. So hopefully, once this starts going, I can literally put the concentration higher, and then hopefully it will keep it steady throughout summer, balanced every day without me dumping in all the time. So anyway, what I've got to do now, that was propped up, but I can't now. So I want to put that in, so you can see how purple this is. So that solution, literally, that is what's in there. That looks quite dark in there because it's more in a smaller tub, but that is how purple it is. So like I say, it's not oxidized, still you can still use that. I could, if I needed to, next summer, or sorry, the spring, if I need to use PP for anything like trick, I could actually use that solution in there, but I don't know the concentration. That's the only problem, so it's a bit dicey. I'd have to do it by the, pour it in and go by the MV, which I don't like doing. I wouldn't want to do that, so I wouldn't advise that. So anyway, I won't be doing it either, but I could do, but I won't do, I don't think. I'll just use pure PP if I need to, the powder, and wait out. So that's that. That's all up and running now and ready to go. That's going to get dumped into there. That was propped up, but it's not bloody now. So onto the Inkbird pen. Why have I bought one of these? Because I've got this TDS pen in ppm and temperature, and you've got them little tiny batteries in the top. I've got this one, and they've got 4 batteries in it, but that's not working at the minute. That does microsiemens. Microsiemens is more accurate. If you've got one that reads ppm, i.e. that and that, these basically convert, they do a conversion factor from microsiemens, which is the more accurate reading, but not as popular because people don't understand microsiemens as much for some reason. It's just a reading, and then it converts it to ppm. So obviously the conversion to this, 820 ppm, this reads about 550. And then the new one, the Inkbird, let's have a quick look at this. Now what I liked about this is in the top there's 2 AAA batteries, the little end. Now, there, look, you get like this holder. I don't want to pull them out. See, you get like a little holder, look. 2 batteries instead of them little farting things. So let me put that back in there. And what I like about this as well, it's a nice size. It's not waterproof, but it says it can be in water for about 30 or 40 seconds or something like that, which I probably wouldn't advise. But it's dead basic. It just does temperature, TDS and the EC. So you've got TDS, which is in ppm. It does microsiemens, which that one does. And then it does, yeah, that's it. And then temperature. And it's got temperature compensation. And you basically, to turn it on and off, which I like, you actually hold the button in. So to turn it off, you hold the button in. got a lovely big display as well, and you can't mistakenly turn it on, so you can't just tap it and it come on. You've got to hold it on, and there you go. Look at that lovely display, and it's got a hold button and shift from TDS, ppm to microsiemens. So if I take that cap off, let's see what. Try to use my teeth. That's the cap off, and then 0. Let's see what reading I've got. Oh, took it out there. 680. You just wait till it steadies. So as soon as it's steadied up, 681. So this one is reading in 681. Let's see what. And in microsiemens, which is the more accurate reading, 1433, and it's 8.5. And then you hold it in, turn it off, and that was really quite cheap actually. I think it was only about £12. So yeah, really good. Now the only thing is it looks black on there, but obviously in reality it's white. I'm not bothered about that, it doesn't matter. Yeah, really impressed. Got it off Amazon. So if you put, I don't know, Inkbird, ppm pen, something like that, you can get it. So what was that? 670, 820. Then we'll do this one. Turn this on. Read it in ppm. $517. When I last read it was 550. See this one, look, you turn it on and off by one touch of a button, so it's very easy to turn it off, put it in this packet, oops, fumbling, put it in the packet, and then mistakenly when you do this, look, you could literally put it away and then you left it on, look, and you run the battery down. I've probably got an auto shut off, but anyway, I've done it before. So there you go. That's them, and the fish are looking great, look. I've resisted and gave them a little trickle of food the other day, Saki White, when I came in. It's 8.2 in this now. The temperature's gone up a degree over the last week or so because it has been getting a bit steadier. That's saying it's 8.7. So this really is the minimum you want to be feeding. You don't want to be giving it with any high protein or anything like that. But look, they're looking, so if I just literally that much, look, just to keep them, I don't know. Because I just think of the Tamasaba as well. See the Tamasaba straight in, look. There you go. So they're interested. DK line Shiro there, look. Menendi in the middle. Just that Shiro coming up. Sorry. Sumi coming up. They're looking in really good shape, aren't they? They really are. Can't wait to get these growing again this year. The DK line coming up again. Look at that yellow head on that Taniguchi golden corn. There's a Sakai Fish Farm Sankey. See, I've spooked him now because I've got me on a long reach. The Tamasaba. Tamasaba! This one really is a female Taniguchi golden corn, the one that looks a bit like a Karashi. That one's a really good eater, that female, but it didn't grow well. Body shape is lovely. It's got a lovely body shape, lovely high back and shoulders. So hopefully I can get that one growing, because the other one is a lot bigger and that one's male. I don't know what sex the Sankey is, but it's got a lovely body, I love that one. Love that shower. So yeah, there we go. We're all having, all quite interested in the food. They weren't fed yesterday. They just had a little bit today. So that little bit of food won't do anything to these filters. It won't upset them or anything like that. And the food that I've got in there shouldn't do anything to their digestive system. They should be able to digest it quite adequately with the amount of food that's there. And it's just keeping them, for me, happy, content. Bit of something for them to do while I'm in here. Nice to get up and have a good look at them more close when they're coming up. Look, you can see the mouths, the fins, so on and so forth. Make sure they've got no marks on them, all that good stuff, and just see progress. But look at that, I love that. It's beautiful, that N&D. If that Shiroji pops white and that sumi proper comes up, look, when it gets bigger, you got all that sumi down each side, flanked. All on the dorsal, all on that back fin, beautiful. So, that's it. Get your hands on one of them if you're looking. Hopefully, it will last. Inkbird's got some good products. They've got good longevity, I think, in the brand. I've not bought anything rubbish as yet. This has done great, and that's the same brand. Been brilliant. So, on that note, I think all I need to do now is slap all that in there. So, from February the 2nd, that's all going to be in there. So, let's have a look in a month's time and see if we can see the difference. So, this media, let's have a look. That media, that K Plus, the bigger stuff, has been in there now a month. The ones with the, can you see the red, pink in there? That was the second lot that went in. So it's had a first lot, the really white stuff. The pinkier stuff that's got pink marks on it, that was the one that I did put PP on it. And that seems to be sinking quicker. And now the third and final lot, and that'll be the whole bag, is going to be that. So I should have done enough to keep that entertained, so to speak, and to keep that. So by growing time, by May, hopefully I'm shut up for 24 degrees. Got maxed out on media. I can't put no more media in there. Kintama Gold, there's 25 kilos of Kintama Gold, 18 litres of Micro K1. There is 10 litres of Oazi Bio pads and 50 litres of K Plus. That's enough for this 5,000 litres, and these hopefully buzzing. They're doing all right. These two are fully fit now, going straight into the pond when I can outside. This one is not fully recovered. You can still see pink on that side. We had that raised scale last year, so that one's still recovering. So I need to probably get some salt in here when it's warmed up a bit, get it sedated, get those scales a good look at again, get some salt on here, and then I've got about 6 fish to come this year. I might just put them all here and quarantine them and keep an eye on them and look at them before I put them into there. I will see, but that's all to come. Anyway, hope you enjoyed that quick one. There's not a lot there, but there is a few bits of thing with the Inkbird, the PP, and the filter over there cleaned out. Oh, there is one more thing. Right, one more thing I wanted to tell you, update you on. Right, I've had my electric bill. So, this time last year I was heating, or 2 years ago when I had the 500 gallon pond here, I was heating that to 22 degrees, and so it was obviously costing me a lot more money. But anyway, this year in here, them heaters, that one there and that one over there, has hardly been on. The lowest temperature it's been in here has been about 5 degrees. Air source heat pump hasn't been on now for 2 months. That, I've turned that right down. Look, that's saying the temperature is now 10 degrees in here. That's without no heating at all. So that's hardly been on. And just bumping up to about 8 degrees, 9 degrees. and my electric bill for the month of January is hard. My electric bill was £235 for all of this, my main pond and my reef tank and my lad with his 3 bloody monitors, everything we run in the house, £235. The year before, it was more than double. More than double. So I've saved 50% on my electric bill. And the prices have gone up in the last year as well, of course. They went down last year, didn't they? But they're still high. They went up again this year. So I've spent half the money in 1 month in January. So hopefully February something similar, and then the air source heat pump is going to start being in use to maintain 24, and that will hardly kick in. I didn't even notice any big electric bill last year. So happy days. I'll be doing that again next year. Definitely, it's going to be the way for me. I can't afford. It was something like last January, my electric bill for January alone, and I was maintaining, by the way, 12 degrees C on this. 12 degrees C. So at this time of year, this was about in between 11 and 12 when it was really cold, and that heater was set to maintain 11 and 12. And it cost me £250 more for that month. And what am I achieving keeping this at 12? Nothing more, because they won't be growing. So literally I've thrown last year £250 thinking that it was better to keep this at 12 all the time, all the way through winter. So I don't know, maybe it would have been, maybe it wouldn't have been, I don't know. I can't see any benefits, to be honest with you, the difference. I'm not stood here now thinking, oh my god, what did I do, why did I do it? So anyway, a lot of that waffling, I think it's the right way to go. Either that, you minimise down to that lowest temperature, you keep holding out your minimum temperature till you can hold out, then you bottom out your minimum of say 8, 9, hold it there, brace yourself. I'm lucky it's indoors, because it's naturally that anyway now. If it was outdoors, it would be costing a lot more. If you can eat and can afford it, you go to 18 degrees C if you can. But I'm not in here, can't, not at the minute, no way. If I had a bigger air source heat pump on it, a better air source heat pump, I think I would. If I went for a breeze block pond here, a mega pond in here, and it had a liner in it or something like that, and a different air source heat pump, I probably would do, then put covers on it indoors. Anyway, enough of that. I hope you like that one. Please hit the subscribe and like button. I'll see you on the next one.